As the month of April is closing down, the summer heat is increasing and is taking a toll on people's health. The problem of heat stroke or the problem of heat wave. Hello and welcome to the Infocus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing about the problem of heat stroke, and in the coming month, that is the month of May and June, the problem of heat waves will be happening. So let us first understand the timeline of the video. First we will be looking at the news, then what is heat stroke and why do we say that heat stroke has appeared, what is its symptoms, then criteria for heat wave and reasons for heat wave. In the end, the do's and don'ts regarding the heat waves or the heat strokes. This topic is of importance from GS paper 1, that is geography. From exam perspective, you should be able to know the criteria for heat wave which has been stated by the IMD, that is the Indian Meteorological Department, and the do's and don'ts. So let's see the news. This news has been taken from Indian Express and it says 11 killed in Mumbai. What happens during a heat stroke and what precautions you must take. So recently a event was going on which was organized by the Maharashtra government. So in that event many people participated, and out of those around 11 people have been killed. It has been reported that 11 have been killed and many have been admitted to hospital because of heat stroke as people gathered in an open stadium. So they were affected by heat stroke. So what has happened is around 11 people have died due to heat stroke as they attended a function in Navi Mumbai on April 16, 2023, and many have been admitted to the hospital, and many also have suffered from the problem of dehydration because they were standing in heat, and because of the heat there was no shade also. So the summer heat has taken a toll on people's health and they were suffering from dehydration. And it has been estimated that 2 million people attended the event program. 2 million people means around 20 lakh people. So, and the event was that Maharashtra government has recognized Maharashtra Bhushan award on social worker Appasaheb Dharmadhikari. So the social worker Appasaheb Dharmadhikari has been awarded or recognized with the Maharashtra Bhushan award, and he is a very known person in whole of Maharashtra because of his social works. So this is the image. He was conferred the Maharashtra Bhushan award in presence of the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, that is 𝐃𝐈 Shinde, and Union Home Minister, that is Amit Shah. So this is the image from the Maharashtra Bhushan award event of Appasaheb Dharmadhikari. Now what happened was that the event was attended by many people, and the many people, out of those who died and have been admitted to the hospital, they suffered from the problem of heat stroke. So now we will be focusing on heat stroke. What are its symptoms, do's and don'ts, what are heat waves, what is the criteria for calling a heat wave. So what is heat stroke? As the name itself says, first is heat and the second word is stroke. So something which is related to heat, something which is related to increased temperature. So it is a result of overheating of the body as a result of exposure to high temperature and humidity. So what happens is when a normal human goes out and the temperature outside is very high, so as a result the body temperature of the humans also tend to increase. So when it increases way too much, that is overheating of the body takes place, and the exposure is also to very high temperature and humidity. So overheating of the body takes place, and this overheating of the body when takes place, this leads to heat stroke, or due to prolonged physical exertion at high temperature. This is also one of the reasons that many a times when we go out, like for example, like imagine in today's time when the temperature is so high, more than 35 degrees Celsius, reaching up to 37-40 degrees Celsius. So if at afternoon time you are going out and standing in sun, so what will happen? Because of the outside heat, outside high temperature, your body temperature would also increase, and if you are exerting in this temperature, then there are double chances that that high body temperature will lead to heat stroke. Then it is considered to be a medical emergency that requires prompt action, because many a time it has been seen that because of heat stroke and too much of increase in temperature of the body, people have fainted, and this has led to death also. When the body falls to sweat and is therefore unable to lose heat by evaporation. So what happens is, during summer times, the people who sweat, they are able to exert outside the heat of the body. But many a times we have seen that many people who do not sweat. So how will those people, the heat inside the body which has been generated, how will it go out? So they are the people who are even more in chances of getting the heat stroke, because their body fails to burn out its heat. So when the body fails to sweat and is therefore unable to lose heat by evaporation, this says that losing heat, the losing of the body heat is very important. This is an increase in the core temperature of the body. So when the body's temperature is more than the normal temperature, this is when the problem starts to arise. And if the body temperature reaches its maximum, that is when the problem of heat stroke starts. If the body fails to cool down, its core temperature can shoot up to 106 degree Fahrenheit within a few minutes. And this is the problem, that this can even cause severe health implications, including death. So this is what has happened in the event also, because people were standing in so much of heat and such severe heat, and there was no shade present. They might have not even taken water at regular intervals, and adding on to it, the people must have walked and come to attend the event after walking for many kilometers. And this walking in heat must have led to exertion in the body also, and this exertion plus standing directly inside the sunlight is what must have led to heat stroke and then death. Now let's talk about few of the symptoms of the heat strokes. So when a person suffers from heat exhaustion, he or she experiences fatigue. You will not feel healthy and you will not feel energetic. You will feel tired and fatigue. Then dizziness, there might be chances that you are not able to stand properly, and many a times we say that we are not feeling well. Then headache, nausea, vomiting. Vomiting can be very serious issue because this leads to dehydration also. So when during summer times or when someone is standing in direct heat without any shade, he or she should always carry a water bottle with her or him, or should carry things like ORS or any other rehydrating drinks. Then hypotension can also take place, that is low blood pressure, and if not taken care properly, then hypotension can also lead to death. Then tachycardia, that is increased heart rate. When the body is not able to cope up with the increased temperature of outside and then the increased temperature of the body, many a times it can lead to the increased heart rate, and this phenomena is called tachycardia. Now criteria for heat wave. Now that we are already in the month of April and during the afternoon time we are seeing a temperature of more than 35, 37 and 40 degree Celsius. So many a times we have seen that a condition of heat waves generates, and especially in the month of May and June when the summers are at its peak. So let's see what is heat wave. So according to the Indian Meteorological Department, heat wave is considered when the maximum temperature of a station touches. So this maximum temperature of places are different, like for example for plains it is different, hills it is different, and for coastal regions it is different. So when the maximum temperature of a station touches at least 40 degrees Celsius or more for plains, 37 degrees Celsius or more for coastal regions, and at least 30 degrees Celsius or more for hilly regions. You have to be careful about which temperature belongs to which region. Like for plains it is 40 degrees Celsius, for coastal regions 37 degrees Celsius, and for hilly regions it is 30 degree Celsius. And the event has, and the recent news that we were talking about, the event has taken place in Mumbai. So Mumbai comes in Maharashtra, and Mumbai is a coastal region. So so the temperature range belongs to 37 degrees Celsius or more. Then heat wave is declared when the departure from normal temperature is by 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius. So when in the plains region, the temperature range which is 40 degrees Celsius, if the temperature increases by 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius, then there will be heat wave in plains. Same way in coastal regions, if the temperature increases from 37 degrees Celsius by 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius, then there will be heat wave in coastal regions, and same way it will be heat wave in hilly regions also, that 30 degrees Celsius plus 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius. So this is how heat wave is checked or heat wave is declared. And there is one is heat wave, and then second is the severe heat wave. So severe heat wave is declared at a region when the temperature is more than 47 degree Celsius. Like for example, in the areas of Rajasthan, places like Jaisalmer and Barmer, a temperature rises to very high. So these places might see severe heat wave. So when the temperature is more than 47 degrees Celsius, it is considered to be a heat wave, and when it is more than 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius, it is called a heat wave. Now let's talk about reason for heat wave, that what are the reasons in today's time that actually heat wave comes because of it. First and foremost, because of the summers. Summers are known for very high temperature, and in India, the places like Rajasthan, we see such high temperature. Then Delhi also, we see a very high temperature. Temperature goes up to more than 40 degrees Celsius, 42 degrees Celsius, and even reaches 45 degrees Celsius. Then lack of tree cover can be one of the reasons, and then climate change over the years is one reason which has constantly worked towards increasing the global temperature. Then greenhouse effect, it works towards keeping the planet warm because it does not allow the heat to move out. Then global warming also leads to increase in temperature. Then high intensity of ultraviolet rays. So these can be few of the reasons for heat waves. Greenhouse effect, global warming, and climate change being the foremost. And we have seen that now there are so many environmentalists and leaders all over the globe are talking about keeping the temperature in range so that the temperature does not increase much and we are able to give a healthy planet to the future generations, and trying to keep the temperature between 1.5 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius. Ideally it should be 1.5 degrees Celsius. Even the Paris Agreement talks about it, which took place in the year 2016, that we need to keep the temperature at a minimum prescribed level. Now let's talk about the do's and don'ts during the heat wave or the heat stroke. First and foremost, you should stay hydrated. No matter where you are going at this point of time, you should always carry water bottle with you or some other drink with you, which will help you being rehydrated all the time. Cover yourself well. Do not wear clothes which are tight fitted or which are sticky. Avoid wearing clothes which like black, which attracts a lot of heat with it. So try to wear loose fitted clothes and cotton clothes. Then use sunglasses, umbrellas or hats so that your eyes can also be protected, and this will also helps in moving away from the direct heat. Umbrellas can be very good example of it. Then avoid standing under the sun for long, might lead to dehydration, nausea, dizziness, fatigue. Avoid high protein food because this will put a lot of pressure on your digestive system, and you need a very good metabolic activity. And if you are moving out in sun, then this will put a so much of strain on your body. Then use a damp cloth on your head so that you can cover your head. Then avoid alcohol, tea, coffee and carbonated soft drinks. None of these are substitute of water. Do not take them as substitute of water. These are also few of the examples, like stay indoors at hot times, do not go out. Hydration, as I've told you, avoid alcohol. When you are going out, try to put sunscreen so that your skin remains fine. Wear light, loose clothing. Cotton clothes would be preferred at this point of time. Then few of the do's and don'ts. So before closing this video, Drishti IAS has come up with UPPCS Mains 2023. Now that paper 5 and paper 6 has been included in this year's, so many of you who would be giving UPPCS this time can go for this. Then prelims 2023 current affairs crash course has also started, and current affairs crash course has started on 14th of April, and UPPCS Mains 2023 GS paper 5 and 6 classes are commencing from April 20th. So the admissions are open and you will be getting the live classes. You can go either on the website or you can also download the Drishti learning app and can take advantage of whatever facilities Drishti is providing you. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.